what you need, tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Always stay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head and when you ever overstated. Your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side, you on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm sick in the head, come on. Come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Always stay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by Matt Ryan, NFL MVP back in 2016 and now in his 12th year in the league.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. A look now at the starters on this 49er defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 9 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida, and able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on. Shift. 11.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but the big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Breida. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give coming right is Breida, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. This is Breida. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! White. Oh, you got deep?
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Garoppolo on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
21.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Hey, let's go.
45. Mike, 45.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Garoppolo now. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
59, got him. 25.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Ryan getting it out left side to Sanu. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Ryan will throw again. He's got Hooper on the short connection. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Here's Ryan to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing again. Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu. as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the
Large pass complete to Mohamed Sanu. Touchdown, Atlanta. Giorgio Tavecchio for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio, and it's now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin with an interconference matchup in the desert. Arizona playing host to Cleveland. And the Browns have an early lead. And it's the Browns that have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a touchdown pass. Next, we'll head up to the Bay Area. Check on the Raiders at home in Oakland. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, has a touchdown pass. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys. And
now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going. They just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
To throw is Garoppolo. Being chased out left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They'll get 34 yards there. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. 54 miles. So don't say nothing. Let it go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14, Ryan. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do? You got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll bring out 4 receivers. 3 of them being sent to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 4.
2. Hey, Haywood.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
Let's go,
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Freeman again. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just... And Freeman lost the football. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Glendale. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Kyler Murray, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Garoppolo now. 1st down throw. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to patch together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick out.
Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Let's go, D.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape for the win. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'ma need a bone for my whole